Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 1 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode, Chicken headed to the east where there was rumors that maybe Princess Luna was in a cave over there. Chicken did not find a cave. He did find a new town though. He also found this man who gave him a quest to find a silver harp. And if Chicken manages to find that silver harp, the man will give him the Staff of Rain. Don't know what that does. Don't know where the silver harp is either, but it's something they have it on note log for something they want to do later on. What Chicken wants to do right now is he wants to have his attention turned back to the west. Even though he heard the princess might be in the east, he also heard that to the south are some very dangerous monsters, so Chicken's kind of a little chicken right now. And he's turned his attention back to the west to that cave in the mountains that he saw back when he was grinding in the scorpion's nest. So he's going to actually go explore that cave this episode. In order to explore a cave, he's going to need some torches. So he's going to pick up a torch for that cave, and then for a future cave, I'm grabbing a second torch as well. Also get an herb, because our healing is kind of limited right now. Most of our magic is going to be more importantly used for the sleep spell. Because there's a lot of enemies in the mountain cave that will be susceptible to the sleep spell. So you put an enemy to sleep, and they will basically won't be able to act for at least a round. There's always a chance that they can wake up between rounds, but the sleep will gain you at least one round of free combat against them. So, well, like I said, we're going to head to the mountain cave. We're going to have to go over to the left, to the west, and then head south. So rather than going north to Garanham, we're going to head south around that mountain range and approach that cave that we've kind of seen. This cave has a lot of treasure in it. It has one item that's bugged, so it doesn't do anything. It's supposed to, I guess it's supposed to be like the dragon scale. The dragon scale gives you +2 defense. I guess this one was supposed to give you maybe +2 offense. It's called the Fighter's Ring. It's bugged, so it doesn't do anything. But you can always just get it. I'll get it for completion's sake, and you can sell it for every time you go in and out of the cave. You can pick up a new one and sell it for 15 gold. If you get lucky, a 1 in 32 chance, you can also find a coast item, the coast necklace, in one of the treasure chests. I'll point that one out. If you do find that, you don't want to use that coast item because it'll keep you from getting into the castle to save your game. But what you do want to do with it is just sell it, because it's worth, I believe, 1,250 gold. So it's more than 1,000 gold. We're going to need a lot of gold because there's a few more things we want to buy. We want to save up for the next piece of armor, which would be the half-plate armor at 1,000 gold. We also want to get the second upgraded shield, the large shield, which is 800 gold. And then we also want to be saving up for eventually the broadsword we can get when we go to the south. We just use one of our torches here, and here we are in the mountain cave. There's one new enemy on the top floor, but for the most part we're going to be running into scorpions, ghosts, magicians, Magidrakes, and this new enemy called Druins. But they're not too tough. They're basically like a little bit of an upgraded scorpion, so nothing really too much to worry about. The enemies you really want to worry about, though, are on the second floor. That's where our sleep spell is going to come in handy. So we got these Druins, warlocks, which are tougher magicians, and skeletons. And they can all kind of hurt pretty bad, so... one good thing about this cave is every time we go through, the treasure resets. So we'll be able to get a torch, an herb, a new fighter's ring, and then there's 2 treasure chests of gold. One is low, a little bit of gold, and then the other one has at least 100 gold in it. Now, the one that has 100 gold in it, that is the one that can potentially also have that coast necklace in it. Here's that new enemy, the Druin. Nothing too bad to worry about, so... going through this cave should net you about 100 experience and about 400 gold. So our goal right now is to try to get to 1,300 experience, so a little over 800 experience. At 800 experience, we will reach level 8, and then at 1,300 experience is when we'll reach level 9, and that's a pretty good. By that time we reach that experience level, we should have enough gold to buy all the stuff that we wanted to use. So here we use that one herb because we want to have some healing. Eventually, as we get stronger, like say around level 8, when we get into the level, get some more magic points, we'll be able to stock up on herbs as we go in and out of the cave. So, but for now, for these first few levels, first few trips through the cave, you're probably going to need to use the herb to heal yourself up. So here are the skeletons. The skeletons have no resistance to sleep, so they'll always be put to sleep whenever you target them with the sleep spell. So that's really, really nice there. Now enemies can also put you to sleep. One of the enemies that we're going to run into down here, the Warlock, they can actually put you to sleep. When you're put to sleep, you have a 50% chance to wake up each turn that you're asleep. But the way that the game is coded, you can never be asleep for more than 6 rounds. You'll automatically wake up after 6 rounds, but of course that's if you have to stay asleep for 6 rounds. That's pretty bad, because like I said, it's a coin flip basically each time, for each round, whether you'll wake up after you've been put to sleep or not. So we're going to work our way down. In terms of the enemies and their chance to wake up from sleep is roughly 1/3. So, like I said, the first time you put them to sleep, you're guaranteed to put them to sleep if they have no resistance. So, speaking of sleep, if you put an enemy to sleep, you're automatically able to run from them. So, that's an interesting thing. Put an enemy to sleep, you're guaranteed to run from them. So if skeletons are a little too tough, you can always put them to sleep because they have no resistance to sleep, and then just take off running. So, fight smart. And the reason you want to fight smart is because the penalty for being reduced to 0 hit points is you are taken back to, you basically revive back at Tantagel Castle, but the penalty for being defeated is half of your gold. So, yeah, you don't want to lose all that gold that you've been working hard, especially now at the beginning of the game where we have so much stuff we want to buy. So, now, the skeletons, they can have between 23 and 30 hit points, so you kind of want to be paying attention to how much damage you're doing to them. They can hit for around like 7 damage on you. So basically, if you don't think you can beat them in like 2 turns, it's better to probably put them to sleep, because otherwise the damage you do will be the damage they do to you. You'll have to heal up with a heal spell, and a heal spell is two rounds of sleep basically. So sleep is only a 2 magic point spell, just like the hurt spell. Not really relying much on the hurt spell anymore because our hand axe is, pretty effective. So these poltergeists can be kind of annoying. They have a 75% chance on their turn to cast the hurt spell. So now this chest has a lot of gold in it, and this is the treasure chest that you can find the cursed necklace in. So we didn't get lucky there. So here's another new enemy, the Droll. Like the skeleton, the Droll has 0 resistance to the sleep spell, so they're always guaranteed to be put to sleep. So a lot of the enemies in here, those poltergeists as well, have 0 resistance to sleep, and so are those Druins on the first floor. So the first floor you can run into ghosts, magicians, scorpions, and 40% chance to run into Druins. On this floor, you have a 20% chance to run into any of the 5 enemies: the poltergeist, the Droll, the skeletons, and 2 that we haven't seen yet: the Drakema, which is an upgraded Drake, and the Warlock. The Warlock is the most deadly because the Warlock has a 25% chance to cast the sleep spell on you. The sleep spell will always work on you. So you're guaranteed, like I said, to be put to sleep in the first round that it's cast on you, so not good. But like I said, there's a 50% chance that you'll wake up right away, so you just gotta kind of hope that the coin flips in your favor. So, like I said, we're doing pretty favorable here. So, now we're just gonna head back this way. Instead of going to the right, back to the stairways that we came down on, we'll head to the left, and there's 2 treasure chests up there in the upper left corner. And one has a torch, and the other one has the fighter's ring. The fighter's ring, like I said, I guess it was supposed to be like the offensive counterpart to the dragon scale. Look, right now we have 18 strength, 33 attack power. We put on the fighter's ring. You would think that, like, the dragon scale, you would maybe give you that +2 defense, and instead maybe give you +2 offense. But if we look at our status, you'll notice that our strength hasn't changed, and neither has our attack power. So, like Final Fantasy 1, there must have been some bugs. They didn't code things correctly, so... yep. Yeah, some people speculate that the fighter's ring does other stuff, makes enemies potentially run from you more often, but people have disseminated the code and found that it has no effect on the enemies if they want to run from you or not. So here's the Warlock. They have a 25% chance to cast Sleep on you if you're not asleep. If you're asleep, they have a 50% chance to either cast the Hurt spell on you or just straight up attack you. Obviously, the attack is a little bit better against you, so they hurt a little less than with their Hurt spell. So yeah, these guys are pretty dangerous. Unfortunately, we don't get a spell, Stopspell, to counter magicians and magic-using enemies until level 10. At level 10, we'll pick up a spell called Stopspell, and we can use that to block enemy spells. But for now, we just gotta hope that, hey, if they cast a spell on us, that, you know, we get lucky, and it either rolls low damage, or we wake up from it quickly. So, more poltergeists. So this is a good place to grind. We're basically going to try to grind to basically level 9 in here, which would be 1,300 experience. And doing all that grinding will also, like I said, give us enough money to afford the upgraded shield, the large shield, which is available in Garenham, and the half-plate armor, which is available in both Garenham and Cole. So, and then also let's save some money, because we got a lot of money to stuff to purchase. Eventually we're going to get an upgraded sword, the broadsword, or upgraded weapon, because we don't have a sword now, we have the hand axe, the broadsword, and that's in Moldar, which we told us that's town in the south, but we're technically not strong enough to go down there. Now, technically you could go down there and always try to run from enemies, try to reach the town, if you save up enough gold, so you can kind of skip the hand axe and some of this other equipment, but we're just playing it cautious, you know, right now. So, we're not speed running here or doing pro tips to get through this game. We're just going at a casual pace, like, so. As long as you don't, like, bite off more than you can chew, you'll be, the game is pretty safe and easy, so. In Dragon Warrior 2 now, they buffed up the difficulty. There's a lot of enemies that have, like, instant defeated spells that, you know, if you just get unlucky and the enemy casts, like, a defeat spell which automatically defeats you, well, you got unlucky. So, it's a little bit more random, that game, but this game right here, it's pretty fair. You'll always get the opportunity to, you know, go first in a round, so if you, the enemy attacks you and you get into a fight with an enemy, you know, you always have first move, unless they get an unexpected attack on you, but those are kind of rare, so. But, so if the enemy's susceptible to sleep, you can put him to sleep, you know, and fight defensively, so. A good, kind of a good, I guess, guide to this would be, pretty much once you're able to afford all the equipment in the town that the last town that you were in, then you're pretty much set to grind in a new area. So, like I said, the only two new things that we can buy in Cole and Garenham would be that large shield and the half plate armor. Well, no, in Cole also has the full plate armor, but that's just way too expensive for the time, and that's available in Romuldar. But you know, when you pretty much, like I said, it's a good, you know, guide. That when you get to that point where you can afford all the equipment in the shops, and you've got that equipment, then that's usually your key that, hey, I need to move to the next town where I can buy new equipment. So we're just going to head back to town. Once again, we're going to try to save all our gold by using the man who told us about the prophecy. The chicken was going to come. And he being, you know, basically a descendant of Erdrick. We talk with him, refill our life, and then refill our magic. Refill our magic, then refill our life, and keep doing that until everything is full. So let's go talk with King Bean here and record our experiences on the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. So that way we don't lose all that progress. Like I said, between episodes here, I will be going back to that mountain cave, doing some grinding to get a bunch of gold and experience so that I can buy that new equipment and head to the south. Take care, have a good one, see you then. Bye.